today?
Good afternoon to Dr.
Good
Lau.
afternoon to Dr. Lau. May
You a
I
few
ask
questions
you
on
a few
cholera
questions
disease.
on cholera disease?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
You Hui Ying. Yes, we have some
Yes,
questions about cholera. I'm
Our
happy to help.
our
first question,
first question,
in your
in
opinion,
your opinion,
what is the
what is the
category
category
of
of
cholera disease?
cholera disease?
Is it
Is it
endemic,
endemic,
epidemic,
epidemic,
or pandemic?
or pandemic?
Okay, cholera has been around in Malaysia, especially in Sabah, for a very long time. So when a disease is present in a certain place constantly, we call it endemic. So cholera is endemic in Malaysia, and during during the whole time that cholera is here, it sometimes spread out to other areas that usually don't have cholera cases. So it is also, in a sense, epidemic in Malaysia. And also, cholera is also pandemic because it is also present in other countries and spread within the people traveling to these countries. So we are also in a cholera pandemic. Right now, we are in the seventh pandemic of cholera in the world, and it's still going on since 1961. Even though the cases in Malaysia right now is not high, it's only limited to Sabah. At the moment, if you're only talking about Malaysia, I would say cholera in Malaysia is endemic because it's always present here. I hope it answers your question.我关我的麦啊。
Okay, thank you for doctor's information. Now, I would like to ask another questions. In your opinion, what is the category of cholera happen in Malaysia? Endemic, epidemic, or pandemic? Are actions taken to prevent disease efficient? If not, state ways to improve.
Okay, hi. So right now, cholera is endemic in Malaysia because in Sabah, there is always cholera cases. Very regularly, we have cholera cases in Sabah, especially in Pulau Gaya and the areas that are far from cities and have very poor water system, maybe in the rural areas or in among the orang aslis. So there are many measures that the government take to curb the transmission of cholera. At the moment, this is under the responsibility of Pejabat Kesihatan Daerah, so our public health officers. So that department usually, when there is a cholera case detected in the hospital or by any medical personnel, then it will be notified. It is compulsory to notify to Pejabat Kesihatan Daerah regarding any cholera or any other infectious disease cases. So when we get and the notification must be done within 24 hours. So when the Pejabat Kesihatan Daerah gets a notification, they will immediately send their team to go to the source of the infection and investigate. So one thing that they do is they do contact tracing. We have all lived through COVID, so we have heard about contact tracing, right? It means that you go to the person that has the disease and you ask them who were they in contact with, or who came to their house, who used their toilet, or who do they share their food and drinks with, who they usually who they have close contact with. So this is called contact tracing. And then another method is they try to go to the person that is infected, they trace where did he get the infection from. Is it from a water source? Is it from his food? So they will go and check. They will go and take samples of his food, his water. Maybe they will look at the condition of his house, whether there is cleanliness there or not, or the water system, is it properly working, something like that. Yeah. Then another measure the government take in the hospital is to isolate. If you are in contact with a cholera, if you are in contact with a cholera sick person, or you have been sharing the same water source, you probably have to isolate yourself so that you don't spread to another person. So I think we are quite familiar with isolation, because it's the same as the COVID, meaning where cholera, meaning you try to stop the spreading of the disease from becoming more and more. So once you separate the person up until the incubation period, then the disease will be not infectious anymore. So that is also one step, isolation. And then I think another step would be to have public awareness in that area, to inform the people in that area of cholera, that there is active cholera cases going on. So everyone must make better, must be more aware of their hygiene, where they dispose, I mean, where they go do toilet lah, meaning where they go and clean themselves, and then sharing water also, the water that they drink, the source of water, have to make sure it's clean water, disinfected water. And then the children also, because children are not very aware about their hygiene compared to adults. So children at home also must emphasize on washing hands. In school also emphasize on washing hands after going to the toilet, before and after eating. So this kind of basic hygiene must be emphasized. And then if you want to talk about vaccine, yeah, there is vaccine given in Malaysia for the endemic areas, but it's not very effective in my opinion, because one vaccine cannot cover all strains of cholera. So the vaccine that we have now can only cover one strain. So only those in very high risk, then the vaccine can be given. Otherwise, I think vaccination is still not very effective yet. So in conclusion, there is a lot of measures taken to stop the spread of cholera in Malaysia. Otherwise, if these measures were not effective, then it would not be limited to Sabah alone. Cholera would have spread to the whole of Malaysia very fast. So in general, the measures taken are still very effective, but we just cannot eliminate the cholera yet.